Welcome to the Art and Science Q&A. In the last Art and Science series, we've collated some of the questions asked by our attendees. Stay tuned to learn about some issues faced by HR practitioners, and how to handle these issues. Question 1. Is it a must to have an employee handbook, or we can just refer to the labor law standard, and some common sense? The answer is, an employee handbook is not a must. However, it is important to have one. The handbook serves as a reference for both employee and employer, where employment term and benefits are clearly spelled out. Also included is the company rules and regulation. Relying on common sense will surely expose the business employment disputes, which would be expensive. Second question, how to address the performance or capability that the employee lack of, for fair dismissal. For example, an employee not able to perform to the given task. The answer is, it is not that simple to dismiss an employee for bad performance. As an employer, you will need to prove the following, before the dismissal is considered fair. 1. There have a valid job description in place, and the employee clearly understands. 2. The employee has the required skill to do the job. 3. Training has been provided. 4. The employee has been put on a performance improvement plan, and still did not improve. 5. The employee has been repeatedly warned formally, example, warning letters issued. 6. After all this has failed, then you can proceed to fairly dismiss the employee. Third question, what is the difference between contract of service and contract for service? The answer is, the difference is a contract of service is employment contract, whereas a contract for service is a service agreement between a principal and consultant or service provider, and this is not an employment contract. Fourth question, if an employee who is covered under the Employment Act can file their complaint to the Labor Office, how does an executive who's earning a 5-figure salary lodge a report to the Labor Office? The answer to this question is that, regardless of the salary scale, all Malaysian employees have access to the Labor Department. For example, if the employer fails to pay salary, regardless if the salary is 2,000 ringgit or 5,000 ringgit, the employee has the right to lodge a complaint at Labor Department. The role of the Labor Department is to ensure that the employers comply to the Employment Act 1955 and the employee rights are protected. Fifth question, how do we handle no increment issue with a labor union? The answer is, as an employer, you need to negotiate with the union on why there no salary increment based on facts. For example, financial health or state of the company, escalating costs, etc. At the end of the day, it's a business sustainability issue. The question is that, can the employer continue to operate, or shut down, resulting in loss of jobs? That concludes our Q&A session. For further questions, feel free to contact our consultants. Should you wish to attend our next event, do call us to book your seats early. Thank you for your time, and see you in our next session.